Welcome and hello to my GIMP tutorial. This is an answer to Enselics video about how to create lightning with GIMP. I hope you've already watched this tutorial, because then you'll remember the big brush you had to create and the thing with the difference clouds. Well, I just want to say sorry Enselics, I didn't like it. I thought it'd be cool to have two other ways of creating lightning with GIMP, and now I'm going to show you both. This is going to be our first one. It's pretty basic and simple. And afterwards I'm going to show you this one. It's much more complex, but it's also much more detailed. Before I start off, just a warning for you beginners. Not going to do anything like the essentials. If you don't know how to create a new picture and how to invert the colors, if you don't know how to use the filters, please go and look somewhere else to learn the essentials and afterwards try using this tutorial. Okay, well, we'll start off with creating a new image, and we'll make it have black as a background. And first thing we'll do is use this one. Well, it's a tool. It's called Sprühpistole in German, and I really have no clue what it's called in English, but you get the idea. I mean, you see the icon. The other thing you need to know is you set the opacity to 60, and of course you use another brush. Something like the fuzzy circle size 11. Make sure you have white selected as the foreground color, and then go on, just do something that looks like this. Get the idea? It's pretty flashy, pretty lightningy. Okay, well, next thing, you're gonna color it with a filter packet and pick your own hue. I've already picked one. Don't care. I believe there's everybody will pick another one. There's no wrong, no right here. Ta-da! And next thing, you make a new layer. Don't care for what it's called, and don't care about the filament, because we'll fill it with clouds. And set the details to 15. Make sure the X and Y size is set to 2, and click OK. And what you'll get is such a beautiful cloud. Okay, good. Sorry, I don't know the names of all those. I'm just gonna say you have to select the first selection of the second section, because I believe it to be the same in the English GIMP. And you get this one. Looks pretty neat, doesn't it? Good. That's for the first lightning. Now you remember I wanted to show you two. This is gonna be the other one, and we'll start off right away with the new picture. Yeah, I've selected 800 times 600 pixels. Just want to have it a little bit bigger. Again, make sure that it's filled with black color, and make a new layer. Make sure it's white. Okay, now take the path creator tool and create a path that's looking roughly like a thunder, and create the selection out of the path. Use script view, distress selection, and the factor of 12 for this one here, and you'll get something good distress, but it's not good enough yet. I believe it looks much more like waves or stuff. I want to have it like a thunder, thus I again use distress selection, but use 4 instead of 12 for having finer distress. You see, it looks much more like a lightning. Good. Okay, now you take the rotator tool and click once, and you see that little point. That's the rotator point. You drag it to where the a selection and the border intersects, and you tip it off just slightly to one side. So it would be like tearing apart a piece of paper, you see. And what you get is this beautiful stroke. Okay, well, it's not beautiful yet, because what you see is that fat line. It's some kind of side effect you'll get. Thus, you just take the brush, use a fuzzy circle, make sure it's white, and then you clean that out, and you have a black stroke. Okay, that's a pretty good main arm, but I want to have a side arm of the thunder. As again, I'll take the path creator, pick a point where I start, well, here, and again making a very raw flash. Good. Create selection and distress it. You remember, first time with a factor 12, and the second time with the factor 4. But before you go on, take the rotator. This time you take the rectangle tool, because if you take the rotator, I guess, well, you already know what would happen. You tear apart that part here. It would pretty much destroy our flash, or thunder, or lightning, or whatever. So, rectangle tool and subtract this selection. We can make it a little bit more. Well, I think that's good enough. Now we can take the rotator, again set that rotator point and tip it off slightly. Okay, anchor that one so we have one layer white and the background layer. And well, I could actually go on like this and add another sidearm here and another one here and there and so on and so on. But instead I want to save some time, and I'll unify both layers and then invert the colors. Good. The next tool we use is the magic wand, and set the threshold to something like 150 maybe, and you click once into the white of the flash. Okay, you see you didn't select all the thunder. Thus again, click here, and now it should be selected, all of it. You copy that and paste it again, thus you get the selection, and make it a new layer. Now you have another one, you see, and I'm just gonna scale it down. This one, and then attach it to the main arm. Okay, well, now I'm just doing this one. Well, it's not really touching it, I see. Okay, again. Well, good. Now you can do this another time if you want. I'm doing it another time. Make a new layer. This time I'm going to flip it to one side, and again scale it down. Attach it. Because I see it's too big, I'll scale down again. Okay. Well, you can go on like this. Just make sure the strokes don't intersect each other, because that wouldn't be natural. Okay, again, I'll unify all those layers, and we're pretty much done, I think. The next thing we just do is again take the filter package and try to pick a hue. Don't know one. Maybe like much more like this. Okay, and you get your flash.